Welcome to another video with me, Rev Haynes. I'm working through the 20 most Googled Bible verses, and today it's number 6, which comes from Philippians chapter 4, and it's verse 13. I can do everything through him who gives me strength. I can do everything through him who gives me strength. Now, if that verse makes you think that you can be a superhero with superpowers, then you need to think again. Crazy as it might sound, all of us come to a verse like this and we're tempted to think that we can therefore have whatever we want, or in the case of Philippians 4, that we can do whatever we want. This scripture emphasizes how God empowers people. You can boost your confidence through this verse. It reminds us that God will help us with everything that we need. But this isn't a verse that promises that God will grant you 3 wishes. How wrong we are when we treat God as if he is a magic genie or a Father Christmas type figure in our lives. As Paul writes to the church in Philippi, he reminds them that he himself has been in times of need. He reminds them how they helped him when he was in trouble. Paul is very aware that at times his life is difficult, and yet he can say that God gives him the strength to do everything. The Christian is not promised an easy life. This verse isn't about doing whatever we want, but being sustained by God as we go about our business of doing whatever it is that he wants. Paul, as a missionary, faces no end of trials and challenges, but he's learned that God sustains him, making it possible for Paul to carry out the calling that God has placed upon his life. We don't need to worry about feeling weak. Instead, we can ask God for the strength to do whatever he needs us to do. I sometimes think about Jonah, how that story would have been different, far less interesting, if Jonah had just been able to trust that God would supply his needs and equip him for the task God had given to him. I wonder where the disciples would have been after Jesus left them if they were full of confidence, knowing that God would equip them for the task of worldwide evangelism that Jesus had just given to them. I wonder how my life might have been different if I could only trust with Paul that I can do everything God calls me to through him who gives me strength. Through God, I have the strength to sustain me through persecution and need. This verse is not to bring to our own agendas, but it's a reminder that we're not alone as we go forward with God's agenda. God bless you. I'll see you soon. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up, share the video with someone else, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Have a look at my previous videos. There's over 100 of them, and do encourage me with a comment. Thank you.